Hello guys and welcome to Hakman Traders. In this video I'll be showing to you guys why should you invest in a stock that is growing. Why should you invest in a growth stock that gives you profits not not over time, not immediately, but after some time, but it gives you profit. So why should you invest in those type of stocks? Now let me I want to say something to you guys before starting. So in these type of stocks, if you have patience, you can wait for a long period of time, like 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months. That is great. Invest in these stocks that are undervalued and wait for them to get overvalued and sell them for a profit. But it will take time. It is a for sure way that it will give you profits and you will benefit from it. So that is one thing. And if you are not patient about the stock market, you cannot wait. So with you can trade the stocks for little profit and step out of it. That will cause you more money. That will take away much of your profits, and you will benefit less from it. So if you want to make profits out of the stock market, always I suggest that you invest for the long term, for a month, 2 3, or maybe 6 months. That is the time period, and patience is the key in the stock market. Because if you wait in the stock market, you have enough patience, then you're going to succeed in the stock market. There's one other thing as well, risk tolerance. That is also important, of how much risk you can make. So for that reason I made a video about how to calculate your take profits and risk management. Do check that out. I would mention that somewhere in the video, so do check it out. And if you want to why should you invest in the stock market? Because why should you invest in the growth stocks in the stock market? So investing in a growth stock, it searching for a growth stock is sometimes difficult. And if you want to invest in this growth stock, the reason is that it gives you profits, massive profits. Sometimes the stock is undervalued, and when it gets overvalued, or reaches its highest high, it more than doubles your profit. After a few period of time, it is less of a headache. It does not require any work all day long, but it just a one time work. Do your research carefully, and do your technical analysis, all of that stuff one time. But it will give you, after some time, it will give you much profits. It will double your profits. So that is the reason why you should invest in growth stocks. Now let me show you that in my chart. Now you might guys might be familiar with this chart. I've used it in the previous video. Now you can see right here, at this point, this is at its lowest low, and you can see this is at its highest high. So now this, yes, 12.850. Now you can see, now you can make profits when the market is going down by shorting your position. When you short sell, you will make profits out of the stock market. Now in this case, I'm not going to short my position. You can see this has already been passed. So if you want to make profits, invest in this part when the stock is undervalued. Wait for it to get overvalued and sell the stock for a good amount of profit. Now for a side trend, it is the same. For a downtrend, it is the same. It is the same thing for a downtrend. Short sell. It is the same thing for the uptrend. Buy when the stock is at its lowest and sell when it is at its highest. Now let me show you some other stocks as well. Lucky Cement Co. This is, where is it? It does not load. So now you can see this was also at its lowest low. How far it reached upward. Now this is at its resistance level. As it broke this resistance level, it's going to move more either move more above, even further. Sorry, it's said like this. It would move even further. Now this is also a great entry point. Wait for it to break the resistance level, confirms its position, and then move up. When it confirms its position, enter at that point and wait for the stock to move upward. Now in this case, as you can see, let me scroll out, zoom out a bit. You can see this was also 995, 955, or yes, 990, 1004. it hit its highest high of 1004, and it's probably the same according to my assumption that it will also hit again or maybe cross 995, cross 1000. So that's what I'm looking for. How much was the stock for previously? 71 rupees or something like that in 2011. So that was its price in 2011. Now you can see how far it reached above, up till 1000. So this is quite a massive period of time. If you are that much patient and you do not care about, you have too much money or too much wealth, so in that case you can invest in the stock market for this much period of time, for 10 years, 20 years or something like that, and then you sell your stock for a massive profit. So that's some other thing, and this is some other thing, that you invest for a year, wait for it, and then withdraw your profits out of the stock market, and you make profits. Now let's take a look at some other stocks. Indum, Indus Motors. Where is it? Yes, Karachi. This is also at its lowest low at this point. Moved upward. Now again it is trading in a type of downtrend. So let's wait for it and see what happens next in this case. As you can see, it gained momentum at this point. Let's wait for it. WCUTL. This is also a bit undervalued. Now if you invest in the stock market and wait for some time, it will give you profit, but let's wait for it to show us how much profit it will give us. Now let me pull up in the language of this, that can we be benefit from it or not. No, not yet. Just wait for it when the stock is below the 200-day moving average, and sell when the stock is above the 200-day moving average. That's when you're going to make a short-term profit out of the stock market, or maybe long-term profit, because this is used for both short-term and long-term. Now for short-term I do not know, but for long-term it is used. I haven't used it yet, so let's wait for it to give us some positive results of how it will perform in the future. Now let's take a look at this one stock. You should invest only in growth stocks, in which those stocks that are growing. Now the stocks that I've shown you for by far so far, those are not growth stocks. Those may be, those are random stocks that are now currently uh, either at their prices are either overvalued or at moderate. If you find a certain stock that is undervalued, and you know that this is a well known company, it has good reputation, so invest in that stock. Do your technical analysis, do your risk management, asset allocation, everything, and invest in that stock, and wait for it to grow, because great things take time for grow to grow, and so does the stocks in the stock market. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market. All I need you is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.